आज मैं आपको मिलवाऊंगा एक ऐसी शख्सियत जो कि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर के खिलाड़ी रह चुके हैं। वह भारत से 7 समंदर पार हजारों हजारों किलोमीटर दूर रहकर भी न्यूजीलैंड के एक सुंदर व छोटे से शहर ओटाकी के पास स्टेटन नाम के एक आश्रम योगा रिट्रीट सेंटर चला रहे हैं, जो कि 10 एकड़ में फैला हुआ है। वह 50 सालों से ही चल रहा है। तो आइए मिलते हैं मिस्टर जॉन जॉयस से।
How do you do, Mr. Tao?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Ram Ram.
Ram.
Let us know about you.
I love my sport, and my sport was my passion. And in order to get the best out of myself, I started practicing yoga and meditation. So I played internationally in America and other parts of the world with the national team, the national New Zealand team. We're Black Sox softball team, yeah. And we were very fortunate to win 2 gold medals and 1 silver medal in world championships. It's wonderful.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Plus national soccer team as well. That was a wonderful thing as well. When I left my university studies, the first thing I did was travel overseas, and one of the first places I went to visit was India.
Excellent.
So back in 1981, I spent 6 months traveling around India.
Yeah, okay.
India is our lifesaver, is the world's lifesaver from my point of view.
How?
Because as the West was growing and developing its technology, the East was continuing to grow its spirituality.
Oh.
And without spirituality, technology is going to destroy us. We can see that already.
Any special experience about India?
Yeah, I went to the Maha Kumbh Mela. That's the one in 2000. And that's the one that happens once every 144 years, I think.
Yes.
I understood there was about 75 million people who went to that.
In one Kumbh Mela?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. An unbelievable experience. Thousands and thousands of people all going to bathe at the same time in the same sangam. It was quite. It's the juxtaposition of intense fervour of devotion, and you have all of the experiences of humanity all in that one place. You know. So actually, we in the West here, we really believe in the scientific approach.
Yeah.
That science is going to solve all our problems, that technology is going to solve all our problems.
Yeah.
Well, to some degree it has, but what we found is we became slaves to our technology. Our real happiness belongs inside of us, is not outside. And so this wonderful gift that India and the East brought to us, and to tell us that actually your happiness exists inside of you. Yeah, balance is the important thing, because every culture has something great. Every culture has something great. Now the Indian culture has something very, very great. So this retreat centre that you've come to visit, and you've taken some photos, that's wonderful. It's a beautiful little centre in the lower North Island. That has been running as a retreat centre for 50 years.
50 years?
50 years, yeah. And it accommodates, well, in your terms, small numbers. But in our terms, everybody has sort of a single room or a double room. And we have about 30 or 35 people can sleep here. Some very enlightened people set this centre up.
That's great.
And I've come to take it over because those people got a little older, and now they wanted someone young like me to come and take over. So yes, it makes me young running a place like this. And now it's set up, continuing to set up as yoga and meditation. But the people who come here, it's set up to be universal.
The visitors wanted to go India. What advice you like to give?
That's a good question, Mr. Tao. There's one word that's arising right now. It's patience.
Yeah.
Patience.
Yeah.
You know, from a Western point of view, we're so used to having everything move so quickly.
Yeah.
And going to India the first time when I went there, you're just trying to change a traveller's check or getting a train ticket. It took half a day or more. Patience, trying to get in here. It's things that I experienced that I was never able to experience anything else, anywhere else. I was sitting in a railway station once in India, and it was a long day and I was tired, and a lovely young woman was feeding her family just a little bit of chapatis and sabji.
Yeah.
And she looked over at me and she offered me some chapatis and sabji too. And that touched my heart. You wouldn't get that in the West. But when we're patient and when we stay in the moment, we see these things and we see the joy and the gift, the kindness of the people in your country.
Yoga and meditation, where stands in the Western culture?
I was particularly interested in the Beatles who went to India and they met up with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi and transcendental meditation, and so they learnt about that. Now a lot of the Westerners learnt about yoga and meditation through them, and from that point it slowly took a while to go, and then it just all of a sudden started climbing. Imagine if all of our young children learnt to fall in love with themselves. What would happen to war and conflict?
Wow.
It would disappear completely. And yoga and meditation allows the possibility, gives them a tool to start falling in love with themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
And now we minimize the conflict inside us.
Yeah.
We've automatically minimized the conflict outside of us.
Yes.
And this is what this saint was saying, that if we teach yoga and meditation in schools, we will get rid of conflict. Absolutely, if it's truly practiced. When you start introducing something like meditation or yoga into your practice, into your sport, or into your business, doesn't really matter what it is, you're going to become better. Because you actually, whether you're an artist, a musician, a sportsman, or a businessman or woman, or even in relationships, everything improves. Everything improves when you practice yoga and meditation. And I can testify to that.
Any word you learn from India in Hindi?
Namaste, as I understand it, is this beautiful expression, and I explain to my classes that the God in me bows to the God in you, that I recognize you as divine, that the divine part of me recognizes your divine part. And this is a wonderful greeting. I think it's actually moving around the world. Krishna Hari 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 Rama and we explain to them the meaning of this universal sound vibration, and they feel it. We all feel it. We feel it. And this is another way of bringing unity to the whole world. My Guru Paramahansa Yoganandaji is one of the special gifts that India has brought to the West. You have, as part of your wonderful legacy, great saints. More great saints in India than probably anywhere else in the world combined. And one of those great saints is Paramahansa Yoganandaji. And he's a very contemporary figure, recent. And he was asked by his guru to take the teachings of India to the West. And to take the very best of India.
So any funny experience you have?
Yes, I couldn't believe. Very early on when I was visiting Delhi, and I was travelling on the bus, and the bus would stop and more people would get on, and the bus would stop and more people would get on. Finally, I was standing there in the middle of the bus, and I was shoulder to shoulder to people, and more people were coming on, and I was leaning over more and more, and I was leaning over sideways, and I was now 45 degrees on a lean. And I couldn't move. So I thought I needed to pick my foot up and place it on the ground so that I could stand up straight again. So I lifted my foot and I couldn't find anywhere to put my foot down because everybody else's feet were there. So I took my foot and put it back where it was. And that space had gone. Someone had put their foot there. I learnt about your sweets and laddus. And burfi.
Yeah, burfi.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Gulab jamun?
Yeah, gulab jamuns. I love gulab jamuns. Mango lassi. Oh, that's so divine. It's like a nectar. It's like heaven on earth, drinking a mango lassi. Yeah, that's the best drink I've ever experienced.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Mr. Tal.
जैसा कि मिस्टर जॉन ने बताया कि कैसे उन्होंने योगा व मेडिटेशन से जुड़कर अपने गेम में इम्प्रूवमेंट किया, वह हम किसी भी फील्ड से क्यों ना हो, एजुकेशन, स्पोर्ट्स, आर्ट्स, म्यूजिक, डॉक्टर, साइंटिस्ट, हम योगा व मेडिटेशन को अपनी लाइफ में अपनाकर अपनी कैपेबिलिटीज़ का मैक्सिमम आउटपुट ले सकते हैं। बिल्कुल ऐसा ही एक्सपीरियंस मेरी लाइफ में मेरा खुद का भी रहा है। जॉन के साथ फुल वीडियो देखने के लिए नीचे दिए गए लिंक पर क्लिक करें, वह फुल वीडियो ज़रूर देखें। इस वीडियो को शेयर जरूर करें। वह आपको ये वीडियो कैसा लगा, वह अपने सुझाव कमेंट में जरूर दें।